What's going on, guys? Hornot 606 here, and we're going to look at one of my most recent pickups, one of my first pickups, I guess, from 2021, the Miles Morales from the Spider-Verse animated film. This is pretty much one of my first Miles Morales figures that I've ever picked up. There have been a number of other Miles Morales figures, but I've never actually got around to actually picking any of them up. This will be my first. This is based on the animated Spider-Verse film, which was actually really good. I actually enjoyed that film, and it is animated. It is based on the figure is actually based on an animated film, so I don't mind adding it to my collection. I don't usually buy I guess movie-based characters. More like I don't really buy MCU live action figures. I just pretty much stick to comic based and animated based figures, and I have to say I do like pretty much everything at the price point, everything on this figure. I do hope that at some point they release a full-on, Spider-Man, Miles Morales Spider-Man without the jacket and obviously shorts. This is like an early stage Spider-Man. I mean, he's got the suit kind of underneath, but he's got the coat and shorts on, so I do hope they do release a full-on Spider-Man at some point. I'm taking a closer look at the figure. I do like the head. I think they've done a good accurate job replicating the head in figure form based on that 3D model. There is a mark on the forehead, which I've seen seems to be a common thing with most of the Miles Morales figures, if not all of them. And I'm not too bothered by it. It does stand out though, no matter how you look at it. But I guess that's a bit of a drawback for most people. Looking at the rest of the figure, I do like how they've done the body part to capture the symbol, and I like the way they've done the web lines on the suit. Same on the hands, same on the legs as well. They've pretty much captured his likeness very well from the animated film. So I have to say I've had a good time messing around with this figure. I've been messing around with it for about an hour, a couple of hours, just taking photos, posing in different ways, just trying out different things. And you can tell I had fun with this. I took a lot of photos of this and then just tried different things, see how they work, see how they came out on camera, and I really enjoyed it. It is a great figure. Hasbro can do some great stuff when they want to at the price point, and they can do some rubbish things at the same price point as well. But I think this is one of the better figures that I've had in recent times. Probably my favorite figure, obviously my favorite figure so far in 2021. I'm sure there'll be loads more to come. Just before we move on to Articulation, just a quick mention of the accessories that he does come with, which is not a lot. This is kind of typical of not just Hasbro, but a lot of companies. Sometimes they provide us with a lot of accessories, sometimes they provide us with hardly anything or nothing at all. In this case, he does come with some fist hands, some web shooting hands, and a Spider-Man head with a mask on, and that's about it. Kind of wish he had some open hands, maybe a actual web string, which I still find it weird that Spider-Man things don't come with this. Not all of them do. Only the odd figure does, and it's like one of his main abilities. But that's all we get. So let's move on. Take a look at some articulation on this figure very quickly. I don't really spend a lot of time on articulation, but I'm going to do it here. So looking at the head, obviously the head can tilt left to right. It's on a bit of border joint. I think there's a lot of stuff going on in that head there, but you can look down pretty much, you can look up very well, tilt his head to the left, tilt his head to the right. You can do you got a lot of posability in this head, which is very nice. You don't really get that a lot of the time. Though I know there doesn't seem to be much limitations with the head. Looking at torso area, there is an ab crunch, and then the waist area you can obviously rotate it. There's a lot of give there. You can tilt it to the left, back, sides. There's a lot you can do with that. It's got quite a bit of range on that. and you can make quite a lot of use out of that, so I do like that. Looking at the arms can obviously move up and down, they can rotate all the way around. There's a hinge, a single hinge at the elbow. It's got a decent range on it. It can also swivel around, which is nice. Hands can swivel around, and it's on the hinge as well. Same on the other side as well. Legs forward that much, can go backwards, not a lot, but that's okay. That's never really bothered me that you can't go back very much. You can do the splits with the figure, I guess. You can split his legs out. Quite a decent range there. There's not much else going up there, I don't think. I can't really see anything else going on up there. But going a bit down, just above the double knee joints, the legs can swivel around. The double knee's got quite a bit of range on it, so that's good. No complaints there. And the foot, lastly, can rock the ankle side to side, and you've got a hinge there on the foot to move it up and down, which I'm pretty much happy with. And as I mentioned before, you know what, Hasbro can do a good job when they want to, and they can do a rubbish job when they want to as well. But here, I'm very happy with what they've been able to do at the price point they've been able to do it at. So just to finish things off, I'm going to do a few comparisons. So we're going to take a look at the Spidey Gwen, which I also picked up as well as part of this wave, and this is how they looked together. Kind of wish that the Spidey Gwen had a bit more articulation in the waist area, similar to that of the Miles Morales, but it does not have that. But I'll probably look at this in a separate video. But that's how they look together. I'm going to take a look at the Build-A-Figure scroll, which I've recently been able to put together. Actually, I finally was able to get my hands on getting all the Fantastic Four figures to finish up this Build-A-Figure. So I'm happy that I now was able to build this scroll figure. But that's how he looks compared to these two guys. And we're now going to look at the Lightning Collection Psycho Ranger Black, or Black Psycho Ranger. That's how he compares to a Lightning Collection figure, also by Hasbro. And we're also going to look at, obviously, another Spider-Man figure, not from this wave but from our previous wave, Spider-Man figure that I do like very much, with the added articulation, and Hasbro trying some different things and still offering it at a relatively decent price point as well. So that's how he compares to the rest of these figures. He is a small character, which he is meant to be, and I think they scale quite well with the rest of the figures as well. So, got nothing much else to say. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again next time.